Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Jamie and today we're going to do a tutorial and a review of the Colourpop and Disney Misunderstood eyeshadow palette. I created this eye look using the palette, which is like a beautiful two-tone green warm eye look, and I absolutely love the way it came out. I purchased this palette yesterday on March 21st on launch day, and it was available in Ulta Beauty. I believe the palette was either $22 or $25. I'll have the exact prices in the description box down below, as well as links of where to purchase it. And it was available in stores. Something to make note of is that the collection also has a kit for each villain. The kit includes a luxe lipstick, a ultra glossy lip, a Jelly Much eyeshadow palette, and a super stock highlighter compact. But those aren't available individually, or at least my Ulta they weren't. They were available as the villain set. So if there's one set that you really like, then you should totally go for it. But I liked bits and pieces from each set, so I didn't really want to buy one villain's collection altogether. So that would be something you'd have to purchase on the Colourpop website. I did like the fact that it was in stores and Ulta. I was able to swatch the palette and the highlighters to see if anything appealed to me, but I ultimately just ended up getting the palette. This is the unit carton for the palette. It comes in a black unit carton with the shade Misunderstood embossed and this glossy symbols of all the villains. And this is what the palette itself looks like. The palette comes with 15 shades, 5 of them are matte and 10 of them are shimmers or metallics. There are some really unique duochromes in the palette, which really didn't get to see in the photo. So I'm gonna provide some swatches of all the colors. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch all the colors in the palette for you, just so you can see what they look like and their different reflex and their finishes. So the first 3 shades we have are No Spots, which is a matte white eyeshadow, the shade Mongrel, which is an icy pink, and the shade Diablo, which is a greeny gold. So there is No Spots, Mongrels, and Diablo. The next 3 shades are Devious, which is a matte terracotta brown, Tragic, which is a tanny brown color, and the shade Underworld, which is a metallic copper. The next shade is Pain and Panic, and I find that this is more of a gritty metallic where the other ones are creamy, and it does have a little bit of glitter in it. Followed by Forest of Thrones, which is a beautiful amethyst purple, and Flotsam, which is a pink duochrome color, and it has a bunch of reflect glitter in it. The next shade is a matte navy blue called The Face. You have this black with glitter in it called Revenge, and this purple black duochrome called Sing. Or it's like a cranberry gold black duochrome. It is so unique that I don't even know how to describe it. So you have The Face, Revenge, and Sing. So I want to bring you a little closer. You can see the duochrome in Sing. It's like a black purple cranberry duochrome. Next shade is Jetsam, which is another duochrome. It's a purple blue duochrome. Then you have Facile, which is a deep green color. Finally, followed by 101, which is just a matte black. So there is Jetsam, which is that purple blue duochrome. The shade Facile, which is a just deep forest green, and the shade 101, which is a true matte black. So those are all the colors of the palette swatch, and you can really see some of the duochromes that don't appear in the pan. I think this shade, is it Flotsam? No, Jetsam, is one of the most unique shades ever. It's such a blue-purple duochrome that would look so beautiful over any base, and they did provide a black in the palette if you want to use that. But overall, I'm super happy with the color scheme. So without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. So I already primed my eyes, and I'm gonna start with my eyes first because I found that when I was playing with the palette, I got a bit of fallout. I do have mascara on. I have the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara because I just wore mascara to work and I didn't feel like taking it off to put it back on. And I have already primed my eyes using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. So we're gonna start out with the star of the show, which is the Colourpop X Disney Misunderstood Eyeshadow Palette. This is what the unit carton looks like. It has all the symbols for the villains in like a glossy black, and then the Misunderstood label is embossed. And this is what the palette looks like. Misunderstood is once again embossed, and you have the villains all over the packaging. The shade names are on the back of the palette, but they're also inside the palette. So this palette comes with 5 matte shades, this white, terracotta, this like muted brown tan, a navy, and a black. And then it also comes with 10 shimmer shades, and a bunch of them are duochromes, but you should have already seen swatches at this point. So I'm gonna do a kind of colorful green eye using the palette, and let's get started. So using this Morphe M433 brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Tragic and start blending that onto my lid. So next on the same Morphe brush, I'm going to use the shade Devious and build that into my crease as well. To deepen up the crease, I'm going to mix the shade Devious with the shade 101 to make a darker brown. I like having the black in the palette because you're able to deepen up any color, and it makes the limited mattes a lot more versatile. And I'm once again applying this on that same Morphe brush. I'm going to do the same to the other eye, and then I'll be right back. For the first portion of our lid, I'm going to go into the shade Facile and put that on the middle to outer third of our lid and connect it with that deeper shadow. I'm going to use this lip brush from Crown Cosmetics with the shade Facile just to even out those edges and use it to really overlap those colors and have them blend together. And then next on the inner portion of our lid, I'm going to take this color called Diablo, which is a beautiful greeny gold, and put that over the first half of the lid. And I'm once again going to go in with this brush to even it out and overlap the two colors so they look nice and blended. Now I'm just going to apply some more mascara and then continue on to the rest of the face. I do have moisturizer on that I'm going to use as a primer. And then for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation in the shade LC1. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out using this e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I'm going to add a little bit more of the foundation onto my cheeks and my forehead where I feel that I need a bit more coverage. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage Concealer in the shade 007 Natural Rose. So I'm going to go back in and finish our under eye. As you probably saw while I was applying the outer corner, which was Devious and 101, I kind of blended that underneath just to give a smoky base, but we're going to amplify that a little bit more. I'm going to use this fluffy shader brush from BH Cosmetics. It's their number 8 brush, and just go into the shade Devious a little bit more and smoke that out. So I'm just going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, the one that comes with any of their eyeshadow palettes, take the shade Diablo and put it on the inner part of our lower lash line. For the inner corner, I'm going to go into the shade right here, Mongrels, which is like an icy pink color. Lastly, to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go in with this Sephora Collection Waterproof Eye Color. Does it say the shade? In the shade 54 Coconut, which is just a nude, and apply that to my waterline. So now that our eyes are all complete, we can go ahead and complete the face. For bronzer, I'm going to use my number 7 Caramel Sands bronzer with this BH Cosmetics brush. For blush, I wanted something soft and neutral, so I'm going to go with the Tarte blush in the shade Party. And I'm going to apply this on my e.l.f. blush brush. Lastly, for highlight, I'm going to go in with this BEC Cosmetics highlight in the shade Champagne Pop. I'm going to keep the lips neutral since I like all the focus on the eyes. So I'm going to line the lips with the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF and then put the Kathleen Lights and Colourpop Gloss in the shade Moonchild on top. So this is the final look using the Colourpop and Disney Villains eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna zoom out so we can do an overall thoughts on the palette and collection. So overall, I was really impressed with this eyeshadow palette. But to be honest, I kind of expect that quality from Colourpop. I find that I'm really not let down with a lot of their products, and their eyeshadows are one of their standout products. At first, I wasn't too excited about this palette when I saw it online. I just thought it was like nice and colorful, but I pretty much bought it so I could use it on a video, and it was an Ulta and was just there. But I have to say, I am so impressed. Some of the shades are beautiful duochromes that really don't do justice in the photos, and I find that they all apply beautifully, and you can see how reflective the shimmers are without even wetting them. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of use out of this palette, and I was also just like, well, there's only 5 mattes, but having this black down here makes it so versatile because you can really deepen up any color. I also think that this palette would pair especially well with the Lorac Pro 2 because that has some beautiful cool tone matte shades, and I think it would make a great pairing. So I might do a video pairing the 2 palettes together. But overall, I am super obsessed with this palette and I am really pleased with it and so glad I purchased it. So that concludes our video on the Misunderstood palette, a collaboration between Disney and Colourpop. I hope you liked this video and that you liked the final eye look. If you did like this video, I hope you'll consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for future uploads, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.